Martin Luther King Day 2026. So I've been playing with the numbers, the time frame, and I realized that this year, in the month of May, will be 50 years that I competed in my first tournament. 1976. This year, it's going to be 40 years that my jaw got broken. Which is crazy. This year also makes 40 years since I got rated nationally. Nationally rated, 40 years. It's crazy. Time goes by, and sometimes we don't document things. I'm in the process of doing it. They just posed the question, Billy Beeson. And Billy Beeson asked the question in New York City, who from 1980 to 1989, that decade, those 10 years, how many people were a threat in the Grand Championship, or won Grand Championships in New York City? And he said he couldn't think more than 10 people. Well, he's right. I can't even get to 10 people. And I'm giving people who never even won Grands. Now, mind you, Brady was one of them. So was Derek Williams. So was Ken Douala, a.k.a. League.This today. So was Sam McGee. So was David, Disco Dave, I should say. Of course, Little K.A. when you're at New Jersey. I may have to push it a little bit. Oh, Adrian Muniz. Maybe Little Rocka. But even Tony Morrison wasn't winning Grand Championships in New York. I can still put him as one of the most consistent winners. And for whatever it's worth, if I sound like an asshole, me. And I won my first Grand Champion in 1983. But between 83 and 89, I don't think anybody won more Grand Championships than me in New York. And I'm not talking about the national ones. I'm talking about in the dungeons of New York, Mitchell Projects, and also Lamar Thornton's tournament, and so on and so forth. Yes, it was me. I'm saying this just for a specific fact, not to toot my own horn, because I haven't done shit yet. At age 60, now I'm going to go retire from karate. Man, get out of here. In between there, you blocked and do it backwards, point, forward. Round number 2. Yeah. 4-2. that I missed. Second one. Yeah. Well, I got a choice after that. What do we do? Law number 4. That's 4. Now time to go. That's not a technique that I normally do. I'm working on lead hands. Lead. Point. Four. First one. Yeah. One more 5. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, no. You push it down, too. One. So the floor. See, I got some more.
We wiped it up last time.
So again?
I said we wiped it up last time.
Yeah, well, the spots are definitely slippery. So I'm trying to avoid them. Even though a few times I stepped on them. But if you see again, I'm working on techniques that are slightly different. The back fist coming from the bottom, but long. And from there, flipping to the top. I know there's certain techniques I haven't done much of. So I'm trying to give them some practice time. Slow motion, you can see the techniques, what really happened. But this is more like a cat and mouse game that I'm playing, where I jump at them at the right time. Round number 7. No excuses, guys. Today's a holiday. So what? What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. I heard that noise. I think it'll press up.
I'll give you a point. Look at everyone. That's beautiful. Yeah, but we could have done over here. It was too small. Beautiful. 2-1. So. So I train his bottom leg to make him hesitate. Did it again. Yep. I was vulnerable because I was like this. But he was careful not to bring his leg up. So in that hesitation, a small window came. And that's when I went. So I went to try to sweep him. who had scored on me, and he didn't have enough confidence to come at me because he thought the potential sweep was in. Bluff, bluff, and then a small window. Enough. Bluff, bluff, enough. Round number what? 7. Might be 8.
Yeah.
We're calling it a class because he went back and did this, and went to what? Double punches, turned into the head, went to the body. Like, literally, I go hold or something.
4 or 5 combos.
Yeah, just in your class. Again, I fake the leg. So, I went here. So that was boom. And that one. And then, so that's the window. Make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 points.
Big round.
I think it's 2.
Still came in.
Yeah, go out. Clash because he actually threw punches. And these two things that go, where you actually threw punches while you were playing.
Yeah. Get it out. I don't want to stick it out.
See that?
Just a little bit faster, come on. Next time, stop it. He's trying to get the chin out.
You see, I got to go over he knows he has to
Break time.
No, no, thank you.
Wrong knee.
I'm not. One. don't hand, punch them in the face. Am I wrong?
Force me out the ring too.
Yeah, but what happened?
Incline and then force me out the ring.
I hit him here, but hit him in the face. No point. 1-1 outside. Make it in?
Yeah.
Cool.
Nah.
I went. Snake, right?
Yeah. Snake oil. Get some of that snake oil.
I'm lying. Three punches to score one. I gotta have a lot of bullets. Perfect. See, so about 5 times I've gone here, and that's when I'm vulnerable. My hands are down, my body moves, and I'm here. Finally, he did the technique. I told you over here, that's where the window of opportunity was.
Oh, you missed it.
It opens and closes. I only went here to something else. But as soon as it opens, you put a stick on your foot of the door to keep it open. And then you attack my combination with it. Awesome. So this time I went to look. I went.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's take one. Because this one is 41. I get a point, not because of scoring. Outside! Third time. One more time. Well, you know what? I apologize. I'm wrong. That's only 2. I don't think it was 3. Over here with the 1. Bring it back. Doesn't mean you have to hit hard. Just catch it. Round 10. This.
Yeah.
It's just a little tap, right? Outside. Is it everybody? Okay.
That was.
Okay?
Yeah.
Two or three.
I think that's right.
I think it's two. Come on, let me play. He got the point. It barely touched me, but he still came in. He did. I'll see you outside. Got it. Beautiful. Again, just a clue, guys. If I get within the range where he and I can both go, he goes fast. So I have to not do that. Or catch him before he does it. That kick was hitting right in the face, and I can't get it. I'm still going to give it to you. Because I think your thigh, or your calf, because your foot was here. I was here, and they moved my head here. I'll give it to you because most people would have been still here, where I was over here. What did you? Round 12. He blocked, he blocked, he blocked, and I went towards the back of the head. All of that for 1 point. But he didn't cooperate. He blocked, he moved, he blocked, and I kept getting the rebound, getting the rebound, getting the rebound. Towards the end, there's a little finger roll. I went to his body, head to the front, and then head to the back. So you have to be persistent, but not take the mess as anything but learning. Again, if you rewind it, there was at least 4 kicks. He blocked 3 of them, and the final one got him. And they were similar but different. Usually, one of them can land, which is the first one, and not one time today have I been able to get him with just 1 kick, except for the left leg that was very light. He didn't expect the opposite leg. So the idea is trigonometry. You trick people into thinking one thing and you do the other. Or you can call it psych-fu, the style of psyching people. In addition to that, I call it whatever it takes. If I can do it, you can do it. Round number 13-ish. I haven't been doing too much talking, so we've been actually sparring a lot more. On a so-called holiday, what are you doing? Recuperating? I always train more during the off season, so when the season starts, I'm in better shape than most. I'm not the only one. You can see quite a number of Billy Blanks doing it also.
Okay, Angie, you gotta come get your patches. Where you at, Angie? I'll meet you halfway.
Penn Station. I just don't like that wall. Yeah, he's hitting the wall a lot harder than I would. And I don't like that. I could have hit your shoulder. I could have hit your back. Yeah, like if you think about it, have you ever seen me get caught on the wall? Even when I go onto the wall, I use that as a springboard or a decoy that makes you hesitate. But I don't get caught on the wall. Live your life off the wall.
Don't drink too much alcohol.
Again, also the wall. I'm not sure if it hit me in the head. If it did, it was right onto the shield. I think it did, right here. But regardless, it was beautiful. Except, it's been like 5 times since he got me. I want to see that videotape. I'm not sure if it was, I think he hit me right here. Purposely right here, which is beautiful. Yes. That's the head right here in the face. That's like the head in the rib. Kind of cool. That's what you want to think. I think you pushed it down. Because you back, your hand was up. Warning. Yeah. We were out of the screen. Maybe that caught it. It was interesting. I did it really quick then. I after this is, I wanted to do it strictly feet to the hands. Remember that? Yeah, that's true. Oh, great. No. That is great. Good one. He hit me too. Class. Now listen, that kick brushed against my lip point, even though he was falling backwards. But it was high enough with the right timing that I actually went over my shoulder and touched my mouth. First time, wow, in about 15 workouts, even though he's tried every single time, multiple times. Even then, he still was leaning back, right? But doesn't matter. Perfect timing, distance. I'm just happy it hasn't been happening too often. But I'm glad that it made me aware that time. I would have moved like this a little bit, but I went like this. And that was enough for me to get hit. Why couldn't you do it too soon? I was going to stand after before we were going down. You just going to turn the leg up and now you show you hit me. Now you should. That's what you felt. And I felt the touch. That's hard. Water too. Round 14. And at that time, I played possum. And I went. So I did like an axe kick with my hand.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Yeah. It heavy touch.
Injury.
He got it. I counted too late. That time he came in, but too much, not my point, not his point, but beautiful explosion. They would have gave him the point. So I will. I want you to go backwards. That's fine. Okay. See how explosive he is? No. Just a little bull crap touch. I want it. I'm there. Warning, I hit a rope. He jammed me, and I hit him low. He got me. 2-1. I'll give it to him for the follow-up. You see how it is? Yeah. I'm saying, you're going to be standing on this. Yeah. It wasn't official countable. It was just again, you see how explosive he is? I spun. I see, I can't get near him. So even though he came at me and he missed, found a look, now like this, look over here. At this point, I'm gonna go around, or we're gonna go around. That's what I do. If you don't do that, you hit the wall. Yeah, hit the wall. 0.43. 15 rounds-ish. I'm more than satisfied. I'm gonna say this again. Anytime I get into the range where either one of us can score at least 8 out of 10 times, he does. Now that range is even further than where the average person will be comfortable fighting. So as a sniper, he knows his proximity, and the second I get within it, he has enough confidence in the distance of his technique to be able to reach the target. And then when he does a fast break layup, which is a back fist, look, think about it. Layup, that's like a finger roll. Yeah. Then he follows up with a punch here and a punch there, which means at least 1, if not 2 rebounds. And I'll be honest, when he does that, it reminds me of me, because that's what I've done to people for years. Yeah. Do I do that on him too often? No. I have enough confidence, but what I was doing today was throwing the back fist with the intention of scoring from the bottom, which got me from times. Even when he blitzed, I was like, look, because if I go this way, he blocks it. If I go this way, it's too late to hit him to the body. This time I hit it almost like a left leg raise to a tricep kickback. In other words, the arm is straight, and then, the elbow goes first, and then the hand goes out. So it's elbow into that. Yeah, so it's a tricep kickback if you was lifting weights. Then I do that from here, this. So it's hard to determine. If he comes in fast, he's aware of the top. He figures, yeah, I'm on top. He's not expecting the bottom, yeah. That's what I did about 3 times, offense and defense. And one time I did this. Literally went. So I went like this. Like a front kick. Which I threw a front kick towards the end. I barely missed. Caught his arm. No, it was a straight up front kick, not an inverted kick. With the back of the head. Yeah, that I threw a few different ones. I'm happy because now it's part of my arsenal. But doing the kick, follow up to the head, absolutely, that one was great. Okay, now let's think about this, Master Ty. This is the new season, 2026, that launches the UMAN, Unified Martial Arts Network, OG, older guys, older girls, Fountain of Youth, National Tour, Region 11 launch. Big word, but it's the same tournament in different parts of the country that are launching. You'll be fighting in the 50 to 59 division. I should say 50 to 54, and then 54 to 59. Or 55 to 59 if you win that. So you're going to have 10 years of competition. If you win consistently, you'll be a legend. If you don't, at the least you'll be a pioneer. Why? You was there in the beginning. So regardless of what age, even Senpai here, who happens to be 72, if he competes for 5 years in the UMAN OG circuit, pro circuit I should say, pro league, he'll be a pioneer. If he does it for 10 years, he'll be a legend. And you tell me, if someone starts to compete at age 72, and at age 70, and at age 82, they're still competing, that's legendary status. So we have a huge opportunity for anybody and everyone above 30 to be able to, think about this. At age 30, you can start a new career. Now, I got my son who's 42, and he would have been a father. If he followed the tradition, he would have been a father at age 17, which means I would have had a great grandson, a great grandson instead of a grandson. So in other words, if you would have had a son at age 22 instead of at age 30 instead of age 20 instead of age 30, then my grandson would have been 22, which means that there was a possibility he could have been a father also. He would have come to tradition, like Michael J. White, who was a great grandfather. You know. The point is that whatever you do creates part of your history. But a lot of people's history are mystery because we haven't talked about it for years. So my job as a promoter is to promote you. So I'm going to be interviewing people and then doing songs to those same people and then giving a blueprint map of those same people and then doing a deep dive of my interview to have AI do like a commercial, a 2-minute version and also a 4-minute overview of that individual. And that's not counting having other people give testimonials about them and then highlight reels of them competing. Well, if you ask me, that's nearly 45 minutes plus of what would be a documentary. So that's my goal, guys. I said it, and I challenge and I dare any promoter out there to put that type of work into people who are committing just to compete. My job is to do what nobody else has ever done, because the more people I help get what they want, the better chance for me to get what I want. And what I want is to be happy. And I'll be honest with you guys, listen, this is a setup in many respects. People keep asking me, am I going to compete in my own tournament circuit? And others have said, of course you can. Well, I won't do that. But you know what I will do? I'll take someone who has a big mouth and fight him at one of my tournaments in the nighttime finals as a show. Or I'll do the opposite. I'll take someone who has not a big mouth, but who has a great reputation that wants to lead by example to show people of yesteryear that you can still compete at a high level. And I got a whole bunch of my friends that are like that now, but they just have to get themselves in shape. And for those of you who hopefully copy my tournament circuit, remember, it's a pro circuit or pro league. Professional means give us the money, and I'll gladly go and take it, honey. Anyway, Senpai Rodriguez and Master Ty, this is Grandmaster Jerry Fast Feet Fontana over at the Fast Feet Dojo, Sniper Fight Team Curriculum, certified instructors, and some will be soon. AB, no, we out of here. Thank you very much.